Okay, sorry guys, I had a song stuck in my head. But I just wanted to say, hey you guys. No, I'm just kidding. But what's good you guys? It's me, Kiara, and I'm back again with another video. But all jokes aside, you guys know what it is, okay? I am going to be talking about my epilepsy. Not one of them days. So that's what happened this morning. And then in the afternoon, I don't know, everything just started falling into place. Like everything, like I'm not depressed today. I don't feel like crap. I don't feel like I want to be depressed or whatever. So yeah, that's why I'm so goofy today, because I know when you guys watch the video, you're going to be like, what's wrong with this girl? Like, she's never this goofy. Like, yeah, she could be goofy sometimes, but she's never, ever this goofy. So, I'm going to tell you guys. Last night when I got home around like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't tell nobody nothing. What you mean? But yeah, when I got dropped off, I went to sleep for a little bit, and then after that, I was already in my room. What do I mean I went in my room? I was already in my room, and my laptop was on the floor next to me, well, next to my bed, and I was thinking, and I don't know if you guys know, but some of you YouTubers that are on my channel that have subscribed to me, you guys know that my name used to be Being Kiara 101. For all the people who are new to my channel who are watching this right now, my YouTube name used to be Being Kiara 101 with 2 A's. But then I was thinking last night, I was like, that is very hard to remember. That is a long YouTuber name. Well, since my name is Kiara, why don't I put Kiara? And why don't I put my middle name? So that's what I did. I made the banner last night too, because it would be awkward. It would be weird because I'll change my channel name to Kiara Nakia, and then I would still have the banner for Being Kiara 101. So it was like, you making no sense, baby girl. I know. So that's why my channel name is different, because I was thinking about it real hard. And when I first started my channel, I was like, I kept typing in stuff. Like, I was typing in stuff that had my name in it and all that, and YouTube was like, no, because somebody else already has that channel name, blah, blah, blah. So I couldn't do it then. But now YouTube want to change their mind, talking about yeah, you can change it, blah, 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 blah. So I was like changing it to my name and my middle name. You already know. You got that, boo. So yeah, that's why the channel is changed to a different name. And in today's video, the original thing I was supposed to be talking about is an update on my epilepsy. I can't smile for nothing, but you know I have to keep it positive, because I love it. But I'm staying positive all 2019. You already know I'm not trying to be any more, any less. So yeah. But let's go. With my epilepsy, it's like getting worse, but getting good, it's in the middle, because like some days I have seizures, some days I don't. Most of the time I have tics, jerks, whatever you want to call it, and it really gets to me, because it's like I don't feel normal because a lot of only one of my friends has, no, 3 of my friends have epilepsy out of all the rest. Not gonna get into names because that is not right. I would never do that to anyone. I would never, unless I ask for their permission, okay? But it's like in the middle with my epilepsy. Like, here is good and then here is bad, and then I'm just right here in the middle. So it really sucks, honestly, being an epileptic. Like, you get depressed from time to time, and the reason why you get depressed is because you start feeling like you're not normal. And that's how I feel literally every day. But then it's like, look at the positive side, Kiara. You're here. You're up. You made it another freaking day. So I think about that all the time. And then if I'm starting to feel really, really, really depressed to the point where I want to do something to myself, or the point where I don't want to be in this world anymore, call my grandmother. And if I don't call her, I'm already around her. Talk to my mom, talk to my grandmother. Like, I talk to my mom and my grandmother most of the time. I can't really talk to anyone else in my family because then I'm gonna feel weird. And some of my family thinks I'm joking all the time for some reason. I think that reason is because usually I'm that goofy person in the family, and so they're like, oh, she's just kidding. And then some of them are like, she has a YouTube channel and she wants to prank people, so she could be just pranking us. Like, no. I remember the first time I had a seizure in the church, which was the old church that we don't go to anymore, blah, blah. Like, get out of here. So, we are at a new church. But when we was at the old church, I had a seizure and we were doing a skit and I was reading, blah, 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 blah. I had a big part, and so I just all of a sudden fell to the floor, fell to the ground, and I started seizing, started foaming at the mouth, bit my tongue, bit the side of my cheek, and all of that. And one of the brothers in the church was like, yo, that's a really good skit. That's a really good thing. You guys are doing good. Like, this is... But in reality, I was actually having a deadly seizure. I had a grandma seizure, and it was like, you really think that's funny? Like, you obviously have to know, have to have common sense enough to know that you see someone moving around and having foam come out of their mouth and all that, that it's not a joke. It's not part of a skit. It's not anything in that. So I didn't wake up for at least a couple of minutes, more than I was supposed to wake up. Because when you have a seizure, you're supposed to wake up after you've fallen asleep. And yeah, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't. I had to go to the hospital. It was a whole thing. It was a whole mess. And then from then on, I was just really bad. I couldn't. That's when it hit my breaking point. Because when I first found out I had epilepsy, I was in 5th grade going into 6th grade. And, you know, like, when you're young like that, you think it's funny because you don't really know anything about it. You just know that your body moves around and it, like, shakes uncontrollably. But you don't really think about the, oh my God, I could die any day part. So that's the kind of person I was. Like, my mom used to record me having, like, little jerks and stuff to show my doctor. And I couldn't look at it because, like, in the back of my head, I knew it was and still is a medical sickness and I can die from it. But then in the front of my head, I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. Like, what the? Like, my body can really do that? So I was like that, but guys, my update with epilepsy now is I know what it's like and what the serious part of having seizures is. And I don't ever want to have any more seizures. I'm ready to be seizure free. But I feel like it's never going to happen because of the type of epilepsy I have juvenile myoclonic, and that's one of the worst that you can ever have. So it's like it comes in my head from time to time. It's like, oh my God, you're gonna die. Like, you're gonna die from a seizure. That's the worst way to die. And then another part is I have to be there for my family. I know that I'm going through a rough time, but I have to be there for my family. And I was bullied because I had seizures. Who would have thought? Like, why am I being bullied for something I can't control? Like, that's stupid. Like, no, get a life, boo. Like, what is wrong? I started to think there was something wrong with me. I started to say to my mom, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, I can't take this. Then I started researching. Then I started researching things about epilepsy back in the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s, all the way back when people had epilepsy and they didn't know. They didn't know what to do. They didn't have any medication or nothing. So what they would do is they would send the epileptics and the people who had seizures to a mental institute, I guess you could say. They would put us in a chair every time we had a seizure. And they would put them in a chair every time they had a seizure, every time something was going on with their body, because they thought we were possessed. And back then, if they thought you were possessed, they wouldn't do an exorcism on you. They would put you in a chair and shock you and tell you to stop. But how are you going to stop if you're getting shocked a lot? It's just making your brain feel all out of whack and all that. Like, no. But that's when I started thinking about it more, and I was like, yo, maybe this person, maybe the bully is right. Maybe I don't need to be here. Maybe I don't belong. So then I had a best friend. She was like, she didn't care I had epilepsy or anything. And when I say she didn't care, I don't mean the bad she didn't care. I mean the good she didn't care. Like, she was like, I'm still gonna be your best friend regardless. But then we got into high school and she like backed off because I guess she realized like what was really going on. So she wasn't my best friend anymore. And then in 7th grade, I had a boy best friend. He's still my boy best friend and everything, and I love him and all of that. But he became my boy best friend in 7th grade, and he was really truly there for me, and he still is. Like, he genuinely cares about me. And it was like everything was falling back into place. Like, I had my confidence back. I had the positivity back in my life. And he was there through it all. But then when I got into high school with him, he was still there. He was always still there, and he always will be, I feel like. And I don't know, like, it's just something that I guess everybody goes through, bullies or whatever. But just know, if you're a bully out there, that you need to think before you say something, because you don't know what's going on with that person.